In the Cerrejon region of Colombia, a team of scientists and paleontologists were digging deep inside a coal mine. This wasn't just any mine. It was formed from a rainforest that existed nearly 60 million years ago. That's why they were searching for ancient remains of plants and animals buried deep within the earth. This place was a hidden piece of a mysterious past, locked away in layers of soil for millions of years. During the excavation, experts discovered something unusual buried within the rocks. As they cleared away the dirt, it turned out to be a bone. Some believed it belonged to a crocodile. Others thought it was from a turtle, and a few even assumed it was part of an ancient tree trunk. But this single bone would later take science on a journey into a lost world, a world ruled by the largest snake to ever exist, Titanoboa. This was no ordinary snake. It was nearly 10 times heavier than a modern Green Anaconda and longer than a passenger bus. In fact, it was so massive that if it tried to move on land for too long, it could collapse under its own weight. So the question is, where did it actually live? This one bone led experts deep into the ancient history of the Amazon, a time when the map of the world looked completely different. What made Titanoboa so enormous? How did it hunt? And what led to the fall of this king of the jungle? The discovery of Titanoboa wasn't sudden. It actually began in 1994, when a local geologist, Henry Garcia, noticed something strange in the Cerrejon mine. At first, it looked like a piece of wood, so no one paid much attention. It was simply stored away in a special box. Nearly a decade later, in 2002, another geologist, Fabian E. Herrera, found a similar fossil. Their main goal was to study ancient plant life to understand what the world's first tropical rainforest looked like. The real turning point came in 2007, when these fossils were sent to the Florida Museum of Natural History. There, scientists realized this wasn't wood, and it didn't match a crocodile's spine either. But when they compared it with the bones of modern snakes like anacondas and pythons, they were stunned. This bone was 3 times larger and thicker than that of an anaconda. Using mathematical models, scientists estimated the snake's total length based on the size of its vertebrae. The result? A terrifying 42 to 50 feet long snake. And it wasn't just long. Its body was as thick as a human waist and weighed around 1.2 tons. That's nearly 10 times heavier than an anaconda. But the real question wasn't how big it was. It was why it was so big. The answer lies in the climate. Snakes are cold-blooded animals, meaning their body temperature depends on their surroundings. The warmer the environment, the faster their metabolism works, which means more energy, faster growth, and the ability to support a massive body. Titanoboa itself became a kind of thermometer of the past. Its enormous size proved that 60 million years ago, Earth's climate, especially in Colombia, was much hotter than today. Temperatures likely stayed above 32 degrees Celsius year-round, with extreme humidity. It was a dense, suffocating rainforest that never cooled down. And these conditions allowed Titanoboa to grow to such unbelievable size. In fact, today's Amazon rainforest might actually be too cold for it to survive. Now imagine, how did such a massive creature hunt? Did it chase prey like in Hollywood movies? Not at all. Titanoboa was too heavy to hunt on land. Instead, it was a water predator, much like a crocodile. It spent most of its time in swamps and rivers, where water supported its weight. Hidden beneath the surface, only its eyes and nostrils visible. It waited. For hours, maybe even days. It was an ambush predator, and the moment an animal came close to drink water, it attacked with lightning speed. Scientists estimate its bite force exceeded 400 psi, strong enough to crush bones instantly and stop blood circulation. Its prey didn't stand a chance. So what did it eat? In that ancient rainforest, Titanoboa fed on giant turtles and massive crocodiles. Some turtles were over 8 feet long, the size of a snooker table. And yet, Titanoboa could crush their shells with its powerful jaws. For years, scientists only had vertebrae bones, making it hard to understand its full appearance. But in 2011, an intern named Jorge Moreno Bernal discovered Titanoboa's skull. This was a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. It confirmed that Titanoboa could dislocate its jaw, just like modern snakes, allowing it to swallow prey much larger than its head. It also had heat-sensing organs, enabling it to hunt even in complete darkness. But if it was so powerful, what caused its extinction? The answer is simple and tragic. The world changed. As time passed, Earth's climate gradually cooled. For humans, a few degrees don't matter much. But for a cold-blooded giant like Titanoboa, it was deadly. Its metabolism slowed down. It became weaker. Hunting became harder. At the same time, swamps began to dry up and ecosystems changed. Mammals started to rise, competing for food. Slowly, everything Titanoboa depended on disappeared. The heat, the habitat, and the prey. And just like that, the largest snake in history became nothing more than a legend buried in time.